We're on, sir.
We're on. Hello everybody, here we are, as we call it, Big LIPA. Now, we need to show you who the cameraman is, because often we don't find out who the cameraman is, so let's just turn that round a little bit. So behind the camera is Mr. Raven. Hello Mr. Raven.
Hi guys.
So we're going to be talking more about you and what you've done and who you are later on, but that who is behind the camera. Okay, let's go back to Big LIPA. For our Year 7 children, and some of our Year 7 children who are already at LIPA are going to be saying, when they're watching this video, I know that, I know that, I know him, I know her, and I know that, but there will be some bits of information. But we've also got a whole group of children who are joining our school for the very first time, coming from loads of different schools over Liverpool, who are thinking, who's the head teacher? That's me, I'm Mr. Parker. Where do we do things? Where do we have our lunch? What's uniform going to be? All of those questions. What's LIPA like? So what we're going to do through this video is try and give you a little bit of information about it. So this is Big LIPA, and this is where it all started around about 30 years ago, when Mark Featherstone-Whitty, who's our Deputy Chair of Governors, and Paul McCartney thought we need somewhere for the performing arts in Liverpool for higher education. And here it is. And then in 2014, that's when LIPA Primary School opened. We'll go over there in a minute. And then 2016, you can't quite see it through the trees up there, but that's LIPA Sixth Form, or Big LIPA Sixth Form. And they opened in 2016, and then on the 28th of May is when I got the letter, well, it was an email actually, to say that LIPA Primary School can expand and be the LIPA Primary and High School. So, and as we know, that's starting in September. Now, what else have I got to tell you? So, our children who are already at LIPA have already told us, and they're waiting to start in September. And then we also wrote to everybody else who was on our waiting list and said we may have some spaces, and if you would like to be considered for one of those spaces, send us an application form. And well, it's Wednesday today, and Wednesday is when my colleague Lucy is writing to all the mums to say whether you're being successful and you've got a place from September. So by the time you see this, you will know, you will have heard about this, and also know about our induction days on Monday. So very exciting. We've got our first group of 52 children, and it feels a little bit like it did in 2014 when we first opened our primary school. We've grown, this is for the new children, probably say that a lot, that we've grown each year. So some of the children going into Year 7 years ago started reception, and they've gone all the way up. And that big project, and we've now got 365 children in our school. And what we're going to be doing in this video is hopefully answering some of your questions, because going to Year 7 is tricky. Going to Year 7 at a different school is even trickier, and you want to know about it. You know all those butterflies in your stomach when you do something new? This video is trying to stop those butterflies. But bear in mind, we'll hopefully see you next Monday and Tuesday. We're going to do a Zoom session for your parents and also you as well. So hopefully you'll get lots and lots of information. Is there anything else we wanted to tell you at this point? Yes, we do. So you've met Mr. Raven already. He waved at you before. He'll be talking a bit later. So we've already got our teachers in place. So we've appointed Mr. Raven. We've appointed Holly Cruton as well, who'll be our main form tutors, if you like, and we'll be teaching a lot of the curriculum. We've also got other teachers on board as well, and we'll also be using as part of our lessons Big LIPA Sixth Form, and also City of Liverpool College, which is across the road from us as well. So some of the people you'll meet today, some you won't, some you'll meet next week, and some you will meet in September. Some of you who are new to our school might be thinking, where do we park? Not here. Definitely not here. We get into trouble with the cathedral, but our friends at the cathedral mean that if you go through the gates at the top there, you can park at the start and end of the day for half an hour for absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's have a look at our school. We're having all of the windows replaced at the moment. So there's a grotty old one. Well, they're not that old, but they're a bit grotty compared to those which are going in at the moment. So by the time we start in September, every window, and let's face it, we've got a lot of windows, will be replaced by then. And you'll notice here that we've got a second door right here. Now this is the year 7 entrance, and this is where our children will come in. So as we can see here, hello Graham. So Graham's pretending to be a year 7 child, and he will go through that door, but we'll talk you through this next week. Okay, we're going into our school now. This is the front entrance. We don't use the front entrance at the moment. We always come in normally through the back. Not to worry about that. Now we've got hello Miss Connolly, how are you? And yeah, so check out these that have come. Hello there, how are we? So there's a bit of a clue, smart. Do you know what they are? They're smart boards, 3 of them, because we're walking around school at the moment and we'll be walking to the year 7 classrooms, and these have arrived and they're being installed a week on Friday. Music is very big at LIPA Primary School, as you can imagine. Hello Will.
Hello.
So this is our music room, where sometimes we would take groups of children. Sometimes we have a lot of children here. About 70% of our children do one-to-one music tuition during the day. That could be piano, it could be guitar, I think there's a bit of ukulele as well. So this is their room, and they're having a big refit next year as well. So if you can get your bearings, let's have a look out the window. Again, year 7 LIPA children, you know where I am. We're moving up towards the cathedral, you can just see it there. And what we've got for year 7 is 3 rooms, all for 52 children, 3 rooms, you don't often get that. Let's have a look in this one, see what we can see. So there's been some painting going on in here. Well, this is one of our year 7 rooms, ready to go. Where's the furniture, you ask? Well, Mr. Raven has told me what furniture he wants, and we've ordered it.
It's on its way.
Is it on its way?
It's on its way. We've ordered tables, we've ordered chairs, all the things you'd expect to find, and some extras as well. And all the rooms are going to be kitted out, ready for your different lessons that you're going to have at LIPA High. Very exciting.
Okay, let's have a little look downstairs so we can show you where you come in. Try to show you outside as well. Some of our children, you can just see there. I think they're having an art lesson out there. Let's go downstairs. So, new children to year 7, hopefully getting a feel of our school. You can come and see it, of course, on Monday and Tuesday. One of our other rooms in here. Again, all set up and ready for our year 6s.
There's a performance in here today, our year 4s. We're doing a mini production. Like you can see, if you think about these are primary pupils and all this fantastic equipment at their disposal. And like Mr. Parker said, performing arts are really, really important to us at LIPA. And so you'll be getting to experience all these things and more. Really exciting.
Mr. Raven, you've been with us 12 months.
I have.
You're one of our year 3 teachers, but before that I know that you worked in London and you've taught a lot in year 6. You're one of our year 7 teachers.
I am. Like you say, I've worked at LIPA now for a year. Previously, I've been teaching for the best part of 10 years. And before that, I was a musician, a professional musician. And ever since LIPA opened, I always wanted to work here. And so I got the opportunity to come last year. And then when I found out about the high school opening, my experience is teaching a lot of year 6 pupils. And I could not resist the opportunity to come and teach in year 7. And so I'm going to be one of the year 7 form tutors. So I'll be, some of you, I'll be your form tutor. Predominantly as well, you'll find me teaching English. So I will teach English to all of you and a few other subjects as well. Obviously, I'm sure you can tell, being a musician myself, I again am really interested in the performing arts, and so there's going to be lots of opportunities to be creative as well. So I can't wait.
Great stuff. And we've got Holly, haven't we? Miss Crewdson. So Miss Crewdson's working on all of our project-based learning things, which we'll talk about later. So she's joining our team, and you'll see her on Monday and Tuesday. And as I mentioned before, we've got other staff contributing and teaching particular subjects, and we've also got friends from Big LIPA Sixth Form involved in our teaching team, and for some subjects, for example PE, we'll be using all the fantastic resources across the road with our friends at the City and Liverpool College. So, Mr. Raven, you mentioned about form groups. That's a pretty important thing if you're in big Year 7, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Form groups are really important, so you'll be meeting your forms every single day, and it will be your opportunity to work with one individual teacher, so myself or Miss Crewdson, and you will be with those pupils that you are with for the majority of your lessons. I won't be teaching you, or Miss Crewdson won't be teaching you all of your lessons. It would be just like any other secondary school, where you'll be getting taught by lots of different people, and you'll have to move around the school and go to different classes in different areas depending on what you're being taught. But we will be the teachers, the individuals who you'll be able to come to and turn to. We will, through our mornings, have mentoring sessions where we'll talk about how you're getting on in school, and we'll be that person that you can always come to if there's a problem or you've got a question. We'll be there for you as well.
Mr. Raven, check out that view. So we're in the third of our 3 Year 7 rooms now. On a lovely day like today, you can see all the way to North Wales. Now, the most exciting part about starting a new school like we did in 2014 and extending is the curriculum, the teaching and all of that sort of stuff. And that's been, I think, since the 28th of May, the most exciting thing that we've been up to. So we've had all sorts of people involved in looking at what we need to do and want to do at Year 7, 8 and 9. Because what we do at LIPA Primary from years reception through to 6 is really good, and we want to keep that, and we want to build on it. You'll hear about project-based learning in a moment, that's a good example. But it's also got to be different. It's got to be secondary, it's got to be appropriate for Year 7, and we've got to cover all of those important subjects. So our team has been working really hard to pull the curriculum together, to get it all in place. And Mr. Raven's going to talk to you a bit more about English in a little while about that. Okay, let's have a little wander out the other side, just so you can get your bearings. Mr. Raven, you've been busy on English though, haven't you?
Been really busy.
Spending lots of money.
Absolutely, lots and lots of books. So English at LIPA, we absolutely love reading. And we want to inspire you to love reading too, and we think that that will then as well help you to be fantastic writers. We are going to be studying some absolutely fantastic texts, classic authors like George Orwell, Conan Doyle, Arthur Conan Doyle rather, all these amazing authors, as well as lots of modern text to help us develop our reading and our writing. We've got some fantastic events planned with author visits and drama productions. It's really a really exciting time. And I suppose the other element I want to touch about is project-based learning.
That's a big part at our school, that's a big part, because you've got all those subjects, and subjects are important, but we kind of weave it all together, don't we? Projects are really important.
Yeah, they're really important to us here at LIPA, and I'm sure that for some of you it might be one of the reasons why you want to come here. But to give you a bit of a flavour, so in project-based learning, we take a big question, something that we want to look at, we want to investigate, we want to better understand. We then have a series of work that crosses all over the curriculum. It might be art, it might be history, it might be drama, absolutely everything. We weave all these things in to help us realise a project outcome. And to give you a flavour of that, for example, in spring term, you're going to be looking at slavery and thinking about Liverpool's role in the transatlantic slave trade. And your project outcome is going to be a fantastic mural that you're going to create retelling that story. And that's the sort of experience and thing that you'll be doing here at LIPA.
You've given some gossip away.
I've given a little bit. Miss Creed, who's been planning.
That's one of the questions that we've been asked lots. What are the projects, especially from the children who are here at the moment? I've seen them. They look very exciting, and you've just got a bit of a sneak preview about what the first one is going to do. A lot of people do ask us about PE, and rightly so, because I know you and I do love PE. Even though we support different teams in this city.
We do.
We'll have that conversation with the children on Monday. I think it's important to do that. And PE is really important to us too. In the primary school, we do our PE here. Excuse me. But in the secondary school, we'll be turning left, and in 3 minutes we'll be at Liverpool City College, where we'll be using all of their fantastic facilities. Again, the children who are here at the moment, who are moving up to Year 7, know all this already because they've been there for clubs and things like that. But we'll be heading down there for PE afternoons as part of our timetable as well. And homework.
Absolutely.
Lots of people have asked us about that, haven't they? I can remember my secondary school I was really worried about homework. But homework is kind of important.
Yeah, homework is important, and we don't want you to worry about that because at LIPA High, what we care about most is developing you to be an independent learner. In primary school, you would have always had a lot of adults, a lot of people there reminding you of this and encouraging you to do that. And when we move into secondary school, we want to help you become more independent. And so homework is a part of that. So you'll be set work from different subjects to help prepare you for the next lesson that you've got. Or it might be something to carry on that learning at home. You know, it might be doing some research. It might be doing some artwork to help you respond to a text or to help you think about the next project. And so that's the main thing with homework, really, that we want you to be independent learners. And part of that as well comes down to actually just being an independent student, because you're going to have your own timetable. You're going to have to navigate yourself around the building and to the different other buildings that we're going to be using. And you're also going to have different teachers asking different things of you. And we're going to help and we're going to support you to be able to do that and achieve that and be successful.
Fantastic. One of the things that we've also been asked about is after school clubs. Let's go and have a look somewhere else for that. Are we back on, Mr. Raven?
We're on, sir.
Okay, after school clubs in a minute. This gives you a really good feel of what it's about to be at LIPA. So you've got Year 3 out there doing some work. So that's technically not our school, but it kind of is. And then you've got Jane. Hello, Jane. Jane's our artist in residence, doing artwork over here. Year 7 children, LIPA children who are already here will know Jane. Those who don't will very quickly know Jane. We've got our vegetable area and all our flowers. That's Year 1 down there. You may know this already, but follow me. Did you know LIPA Primary had an underground playground? This is our underground playground. So, yeah, after school clubs. So, normally we have lots of after school clubs going on. This year, like most schools, it's been very difficult. Hopefully, touch wood, we're back to normal next year. And how we do after school clubs is find out what people want. So sport is always a popular one, and we have people like me who run the sports clubs and football clubs. We have cross country, we have lots of art clubs going on. But the important thing that we do each year is two things. We ask the children what they might want after school clubs wise, and we also ask the staff, because each of our staff members have got different expertise and they want to run after school clubs. So you'll be able to pick and choose between all the different after school clubs. Hopefully, that's the plan. Okay, Mr. Raven, what else have we got? Lunchtime. Let's head back upstairs. Go in the kitchen. Nobody here at the moment. It's 5 to 2. This is where all our food is prepared. And you may be having packed lunches. That's absolutely fine. You may be having school dinners. That's fine too. We'll be finding that information out from you in the next couple of days. have two areas where we have lunch. So year 7 will have their own time, because they're different, they're a little bit older. And maybe that's something that we might want to talk about with you on Monday. Where, what time, how, those sorts of things.
I think that's a great idea.
So you might decide that, yeah, we'd really like it in here, please. We'd like our own time in here, and then we'd like some time outside. That's definitely something that we can plot into the school day. The next thing I get asked about a lot is school uniform. Now, we want to make our LIPA secondary school, remember we are the LIPA primary and high school, we do want to make our high school a little bit different, so our uniform will be a little bit different. So we have our own uniform supplier, it's called Kitted Out, and it's on Egberth Road, and they're at the moment showing us all the different samples, and we're just in the process of confirming those. So as soon as we've got them, we'll share them with you, and you'll be able to buy those from Kitted Out in plenty of time for the school year. They've assured me of that. Okay, I think we'll have a chat about being different primary to secondary.
Yeah, absolutely, because I think that's really important, isn't it? That, you know, being in secondary school is very different to being in primary school for lots of different reasons.
Absolutely. We have something that's really important in our school is LIPA values, and our children really do aspire to be great learners, positive attitudes to learning, they work hard. They have things that they're great at, and they have things that they're not great at, but then again so do adults. And that's one of the things in secondary school where you're becoming more independent and really having the opportunity to work with your teachers to identify the things that you're great at, so you can get even greater, and also the things, it could be maths, it could be English, it could be writing, it could be art. Those are the things that you need to get better.
And I think as well, you know, because we're an all-through school, which means that we start at 4 years old and we go all the way up until children are in year 11, you have got a unique opportunity because you are going to be real role models for younger children. And that's something that's really special about the LIPA primary and high school, is that you get to be those values and you get to show other children exactly what they look like.
Exactly. So, what we've done already is we've got 2 forms, haven't we? We've said that. So we've split our children who are staying with us, there's about 26 of those, into 2 13s, and we've got 26 brand new children who will be joining us, and we'll be splitting those into 2 13s. So we'll have a nice mix. And I can really understand that if you're new to your school, you might be thinking, gosh, it might be different to my old school. It probably will be. But rest assured that in your class, you will have 13 LIPA role models who will be able to show you what to do. You've got us, who can help you learn. And very, very quickly, I think you'll be saying that I know LIPA and I'm part of LIPA as well. Okay, in the next little bit, we're going to talk about next week. So Mr. Raven and I decided that we'd do this video, and it's a starter. And I'm sorry in a way for year 6, our year 6 children, because they know a lot of this already, but hopefully some new information for you. But hopefully it's been really useful. And also, it'll be really useful next week as well, won't it, Mr. Raven?
Yeah, we're really excited that we're able to offer you an induction day, a transition day, not just one day, but 2 days. Myself and Ms. Cruiser will be here, and we will be with you all day, both of those days. You'll meet some other people as well in school who are key people that you're gonna see over the course of the year. And we've got some really great things planned for you. We've got assemblies from different key people from LIPA. We have got different activities, maths activities, computing, things like that. But also as well, we're organising some really great workshops just to give you a flavour, an idea of what it's like to be a LIPA student. So yeah, we're really excited about those days, and we're really excited to meet you. We've seen lots of names on paper, but we're really excited to meet the real people behind them. And I think as well, what you'll get the opportunity to do, we've talked about uniform, and we'd like to hear some of your ideas. And we've talked about LIPA values, and we'd like to think and talk about what's important to you, what you think a person at LIPA should be like. And we'll talk about those a little bit more, and there'll be lots of opportunities for you to get a really good idea, because like we said earlier, we do have really high expectations at LIPA, and We feel that you guys are going to flourish here. You're going to really make the best of this environment, and it's a really fantastic opportunity to be part of something brand new.
Okay, everybody, that's kind of it from us, but please don't turn off yet because you've got some messages from some other people. See you Monday. First person that we'd like you to meet is Mark. This is Mark Featherstone-Whitty, who's our Big LIPA CEO and our Deputy Chair of Governors. Mark, we're putting this film together for our Year 7 pupils and we just wanted you to say hi.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say hi. But the second thing is that 6 years ago, some of you who are listening were our first primary school youngsters. It didn't exist then, so you were a first. You're also a first again because this is our first Year 7 or our first high school year. And those who are joining us for the first time, you are one of the originals for us. So we're going to have a great fun together. Look forward to meeting you.
Also, so Mark's a governor and also a governor is Joe. This is Joe Merivale, who's one of our governors. And Joe, you're our SEND governor, aren't you?
I am. Hi to everyone in Year 7. Welcome to the new children and to the children that already know me. Welcome again. And as Mark said, you're all making a bit of history, which I think is a fantastic thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all as well when the school opens up in September.
And I was talking earlier in the film, Joe, about after-school clubs. And one of the things that you might see, Joe, is if you're interested in football. Isn't that right?
Football is my main goal. But any sport, to be honest with you, cricket, basketball, I just loved doing sports as a child. And when I was a teacher, I retired a couple of years ago, I was responsibility for the PE in my old school. And I just loved doing it, particularly after school, when you get to meet people, you get to know people better. And it's just a wonderful experience. And so far, we've done a couple of years, haven't we, Mr. Parker?
We have.
Training with the years 5 and 6. So those of you who were with us in year 5 and 6, or certainly year 6, we look forward to seeing you when we start in September.
And you know what, Mr. Merivale, Year 7 to get up to do all their PE at the City of Liverpool College and their fantastic facilities.
I know, I was just going to say, Mr. Parker, the facilities there are absolutely amazing. And I wish when I was at school, if I'd had facilities like that, I would have just loved it.
Thank you, Mr. Merivale.
You're welcome.
Everyone, I thought I'd introduce myself too. I'm Mrs. Lucas and I'm the Senko and Deputy Head at LIPA Primary, and I cannot wait to see all of you in your big school uniforms in September, and I hope you all have a great summer ready for secondary school.